work gone up in flames in front of you. And what does he do? He literally makes the best out of it. He stayed up the night to make sure everything was okay. And then he resumed his work the next morning and went on to rebuild with a loan from Henry Ford and made $10 million that next year without firing any employees. So that's a hero for you. But I use this story to teach you and to share with you these ideas of how we need to keep ourselves together in order to produce, in order to be productive, in order to get where we want to go with our lives and our work. So the first tip is to forgive yourself of any losses, of any mistakes, of any catastrophic events that you've been a part of that have been holding you back, any grieving, any losses, any mourning, any regrets. I want you to take all of that and pretend you're Edison right now and say, thank you for what you've done for me. You've cleared away what used to be and opened a door for what is going to be in my life. So that's tip number one, be like Edison. Number two is also be like Edison in that you need to keep an experimenter's mind, an attitude that everything is play, everything is a journey, everything is not clear, but that doesn't mean we have to be afraid or feel not up to the task. Just because we don't know how the end is going to look doesn't mean that we have to go any slower or that we have to be any less enthusiastic. We can be really charged up, we can be really positive, and we can be that engine and fuel so that the work can go find the result, so that we can create the result with staff, with collaborators, with just our own imagination. It is okay. So we need to keep that positive mentality throughout, just like Edison. Third and final tip is to not be attached to the outcome. If Edison felt like he was a loser every time one of his experiments didn't work out, we wouldn't have light bulbs. So let's just make sure that we do our work without attaching our self-esteem to the outcome of our work. And that way we can get up and redo the experiment. We can redo, we can edit, we can resubmit these papers for publication. I hear my clients saying how difficult it is to try to get one piece of work published. And indeed it is, but we need to keep being that forward moving engine in order to get this work out into the world. So in summary, be like Thomas Edison in order to ramp up your productivity. Have a stoic attitude where you don't get emotional over every failure, every loss, every chemical fire. You just want to say, okay, that didn't work, on to the next. What's next? Second thing is to keep working, keep an experimenter's attitude, keep an open mind. Do not become easily frustrated. Train yourself to have that muscle of getting back up again each time. And finally, don't attach your self-esteem to your work. Your self-esteem is just growing every day and it is separate from your work. The only thing that work can do for your self-esteem is improve your self-esteem. All the other stuff is really just stories that we make up in our head that procrastination, is good for us. Those are just stories that aren't really serving us. Really, it's that productivity and that good feeling in our hearts about ourselves and our lives that those two things are going to be the real payoff for you. All right. So I hope this helped you in your productivity today and going forward. Again, my name is Christine Lee, procrastination coach. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you have not been following me there already. And also I want to invite you to download my free resource library by typing the word free library, all capital letters, one word, no space. That's complicated. Free library, no space, all caps, to the number 44222. Again, to the number 44222. And you will get that free library into your email box right away so that you can be like Edison too. All right. See you next week. Take care. Happy 4th of July coming up. Bye.